Hello and welcome to Brush My Econ channel. If you wish to receive continuous updates from us, then consider subscribing to the channel by clicking on the subscribe button at the right bottom of the video. This is a three-part video and this is the third video in that series. The first video talks about basics of absolute value. Second video talks about how to solve absolute value problems. And this is the third video on solving absolute value problems with inequality. I have placed the link for video 1 and video 2 in the description of this video. So I would encourage you to go and watch those videos first, then come back to this video and continue watching the video. In this video, we'll talk about how to open mod of x. We'll talk about a basic property of absolute value plus inequality. Then we'll solve two types of problems. Problems with one absolute value and inequality using two methods, substitution and algebra. And problems with two absolute values and inequality using substitution and algebra. So let's get started and learn about how to open mod of x. If you have watched the first and second series of this video, then you would already know that mod of x, when we are opening that, if x is positive, then it will be equal to x itself. If x is negative, then it will be equal to minus x. And if x is 0, then it will be equal to 0. If you want to understand this using an example, then I would encourage you to watch the first video and see it from there. Now let's talk about a basic property of absolute value and inequality. So if mod of x is less than or equal to a, that means that x will lie between a and minus a. Again, if you want to see examples of this, please go to the first video and watch the example for both of these properties. If mod of x is greater than or equal to a, then x is either less than or equal to minus a or x is greater than or equal to a. Now given this basics, let's go ahead and solve the problem consisting of one absolute value and inequality. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, so let's try it out. So we have to find all possible range of values of x which satisfy mod of x minus 3 is less than 3x minus 5. So we are going to solve it using two methods. First we'll solve it using substitution and then later on we'll see how we can solve it using algebra. Now in substitution what we do is we scan through the answer choices and see what are the values which you can substitute in this which can satisfy this absolute value. So let's take option number A. It says x is greater than or equal to 3 and x is less than or equal to 3. This actually looks dicey to me because it essentially covers the entire range. So I will skip this for now and I will continue to option number B. Option number B says x is greater than or equal to 3 and x is less than 2. Even option number C says x is less than 2. So if I am able to eliminate x is less than 2, then I can eliminate both of these option choices. So let me try doing that. So I'll pick up a value of x which is less than 2. Let's say I pick up x is equal to 0 and I will substitute in this to check whether it satisfies this or not. So I'll end up with mod of 0 minus 3 is less than 3 into 0 minus 5, which is nothing but 3 is less than minus 5, which is not true. That means option number B and option number C are not correct. And similarly, we can reject option number A also now because it says x is less than or equal to 3. So if x is not less than 2, definitely x is less than or equal to 3 will also not be. Now I have option number D and E. E says x is greater than 2 and D says x is greater than or equal to 3. So if I pick a value of x between 2 and 3 and if I'm able to prove that that value is correct, that means answer will be option number E. So let me try with x is equal to 2.5 and see whether that absolute value is true or not. So we'll have mod of 2.5 minus 3 is less than 3 into 2.5 minus 5, which is nothing but 0.5 is less than 7.5 minus 5 is 2.5, which is true. That means option number E is the answer. So just to summarize, in case of substitution, you are supposed to pick smart numbers in such a way that you are able to eliminate a couple of option choices together. As you notice, we started by eliminating two of these together and we ended up eliminating this one also. And then we chose a number between 2 and 3 so that we can eliminate option number D or E depending on the answer choice. Let's try one more. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay. So find all possible range of values of x which satisfy mod of 3x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4. Again, we have a couple of option choices and we will try to see which option choices have similar values. So like in the first and second case, I can see that x is greater than or equal to 1 by 3 is common. And in option number C, D and E, I can see x is greater than 5 is common. So if I can take a value of x between 1 by 3 and 5 and prove that it is wrong, then option number A and B will be eliminated. So let me take a value of x, let's say x is equal to 1, and substitute in this and see whether it satisfies or not. So it becomes mod of 3 into 1 minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 2 into 1 plus 4, which is nothing but 2 is greater than or equal to 6. Definitely that is not true. That means option number A and B are incorrect. In option number C, D and E, we see that option number D has x is greater than or equal to 5. So let me try x is equal to 5 and see whether it satisfies or not. So if x is equal to 5 satisfies, then definitely C and D are gone. So if you put x is equal to 5, you will get 3 into 5 minus 1 should be greater than or equal to 2 into 5 plus 4, which is nothing but 14 is greater than or equal to 14. And which is true. That means option number D is the answer. So you should scan through the answer choices and see which all option choices have similar values and try out values so that you can cancel out a couple of option choices. Now let's try and solve this using algebra. You can pause and give it a shot. Okay, so find all possible range of values of x which satisfy this. This is same as the first question is substitution. Now this method is going to be similar to what we have discussed in absolute value problems. So please watch the second video in this series to understand in a bit more detail. So in this case, we are going to create two cases. First case is whatever is inside the absolute value, we are going to assume that that value is greater than or equal to 0. And in the second case, whatever is inside the absolute value, we are going to assume that it is less than 0. Since it is greater than or equal to 0, that means we can directly open the absolute value as x minus 3. And in the second case, since it is less than 0, so we are going to open the absolute value as minus of x minus 3. Now let's go ahead and solve this. So x minus 3 is less than 3x minus 5. We rearrange this, we are going to get 2x is greater than 2 or nothing but x is greater than 1. And our condition in this case was x is greater than or equal to 3. And we are getting the answer as x is greater than 1. That means our final answer will be intersection of these two, which is nothing but x is greater than or equal to 3. So let's solve the second case. So minus of x minus 3 is less than 3x minus 5. If we open the bracket and solve it, we'll get 4x is greater than 8 or nothing but x is greater than 2. And our condition was x is less than 3. So our answer will be the intersection of these two solutions, which is nothing but x lies between 2 and 3. Now this is the basic of inequality. If you don't remember how to solve this, I've also put a link of inequality problems in the description of this video. So you can go through that and understand this in a bit more detail. So our final answer will be, since x is greater than 2 and less than 3 and greater than or equal to 3, our final answer will be x is greater than 2, which is nothing but option number E. Let's try the next one. You can pause the video and give it a shot. So again, we are going to consider two cases. So in the first case, whatever is inside the absolute value, we are going to assume that value is greater than or equal to 0. And in the second case, that value is less than 0. So we can open the absolute value directly to have 3x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4 or nothing but x is greater than or equal to 5. And in this case, minus of 3x minus 1 is greater than or equal to 2x plus 4, or nothing but 5x is less than or equal to minus 3, or x is less than or equal to minus 3 by 5. So in this case, our condition was x is greater than or equal to 1 by 3. And in this case, the condition was x is less than 1 by 3. And we got the answer, which is inside the range. So this is correct. And this is also within the range. So this is also correct. So our final answer is x is greater than or equal to 5 and x is less than or equal to minus 3 by 5. Now let's try problems with two absolute value and inequality using substitution. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, so let's solve this. Find all possible range of values of x which satisfy this inequality. So let's scan through the answer choices. I see that these two have x is greater than or equal to 2 common. So let me try and substitute a value in that range and see whether that satisfies or not. So let me try, let's say x is equal to 3. And let's see what do we get. So mod of 3 plus 1 plus mod of 3 plus 2 has to be greater than 3 into 3 plus 1, which is nothing but 4 plus 5 has to be greater than 10, which is nothing but 9 is greater than 10. And we know that that is not correct. That means option number A and B are gone. So in option number C, D and E, D is actually the superset which contains both C and E. And actually C also contains E. So if you are able to prove a value of x, let's say between minus 1 and 2, which is correct, that means C and D will be the possible answer choices. If not, then we can consider E. So let me take a value of x between minus 1 and 2, let's say x is equal to 1, and see whether the equation is satisfied or not. So we have mod of 1 plus 1 plus mod of 1 plus 2 should be greater than 3 into 1 plus 1, which is nothing but 2 plus 3 should be greater than 4, or 5 is greater than 4. That means it is correct. So option number C or D can be the answer choice. E is not the answer choice. Now between C and D, let me take a value of x which is lesser than minus 2. If that is true, then D will be the answer choice, else C will be the answer choice. So let me take a value of x, let's say minus 10, and see whether the equation is satisfied. So minus 10 plus 1 plus mod of minus 10 plus 2 should be greater than 3 into minus 10 plus 1. Now don't really need to solve this because the left hand side will be a non-negative number and the right hand side is already negative. Definitely it will be true. That means D is our answer choice. Let's try one more. You can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, so let's try this. So find all possible range of values of x which satisfy this inequality. And again, couple of option choices are given to us. Let's see which option choices are similar. So we can see that these two are similar. And this contains this. And option number A and E also have something common, which is x is greater than 2. So we need to start eliminating the option choices. So let's talk about option number B and C first. I can see that both have x lies between minus 3 by 2 and minus 4 by 3. And minus 3 by 2 is nothing but minus 1.5. And minus 4 by 3 is nothing but minus 1.33. That means if I take a value of x between these two, which is nothing but minus 1.4, and I'm able to prove that this value doesn't satisfy, then I can eliminate B and C. So let me do that. So mod of 2 into minus 1.4 plus 3 plus mod of 3 into minus 1.4 plus 4 should be less than 6 multiplied by minus 1.4 plus 5. So this becomes minus 2.8 plus 3, which is 0.2, plus this becomes minus 4.2 plus 4, which is again 0.2. So this has to be less than, now this is minus 8.4 plus 5, which is minus 3.4. Definitely this is not true. So we can eliminate B and C. Now let's try option number A first, where x is less than or equal to minus 3 by 2. So we can take a very small value of x, let's say minus 10, and substitute. So you will get 2 into minus 10 plus 3 mod of that plus mod of 3 into minus 10 plus 4 should be less than 6 into minus 10 plus 5. Now I don't even need to check that because left hand side will be non-negative and right hand side is already negative. So definitely option number A is also not true. Let me try for option number D, because if I'm able to prove that is wrong, then E will be the answer. So let's take a value of X which is there in D but not in E. Let's say X is equal to 0. So our question will become 3 plus 4 should be less than 5. That means D is also not correct. So E is the answer choice. Now let's try and solve these problems using algebra. So you can pause the video and give it a shot. Okay, let's try it out. This is very similar to two absolute value problem which we have discussed in the second video. So what we are going to do is we are going to draw a number line first. And we are going to plot points by assuming that in the first case, this is equal to 0. So we'll get x is equal to minus 1. And then this is equal to 0. So x is equal to minus 2. Now we are going to plot these 2 points, minus 1 and minus 2. And the whole idea is we need to cover the entire number line. So we'll take 3 cases. The first case is x is greater than minus 1. Second case is x lies between minus 1 and minus 2. And third case is x is less than minus 2. So in the first case, we are going to take any value of x which is greater than minus 1. Let's say x is equal to 0. And substitute in this and see whether the things inside the absolute value are positive or negative. Both of them will be positive. So we can directly open them to have x plus 1 plus x plus 2 should be greater than 3x plus 1. That means your x has to be less than 2. So our answer will be x lies between minus 1 and 2 in this case. Let's try the second one. So in the second one, x has to lie between minus 1 and minus 2. So let's say you take a value of x which is, let's say, minus 1.5 and substitute in this. So the thing inside the first absolute value will be negative, but the thing inside second absolute value is positive. So the first one will open as negative. So minus of x plus 1. Second will open as positive, should be greater than 3x plus 1, which is nothing but your x should be less than 0. And this is definitely true because our range was x lies between minus 1 and minus 2. So in this case, the answer will be x lies between minus 1 and minus 2. Let's try the third case where x is less than minus 2. So let's substitute a value of x. Let's say x is equal to minus 10 and see what happens to things inside the absolute values. So both of them will be negative. So both will open as negative. So minus of x plus 1 minus of x plus 2 has to be greater than 3x plus 1, which is nothing but your 5x will be less than minus 4 or x is less than minus 4 by 5. Now our range was x is less than minus 2. So final answer will be x is less than minus 2. So if you notice, we have covered the entire range starting from x is less than 2 and going all the way till negative infinity. So our answer is option number D, which is x is less than 2. Let's try one more. You can pause the video and give it a shot and try solving this using algebra this time. Okay, let's give it a shot. We'll draw the number line again. And we will assume that the thing inside the first absolute value is 0 in the first case to have the value of x as minus 3 by 2 and in the second case as minus 4 by 3. We are going to plot these 2 points which is minus 4 by 3 and minus 3 by 2 and we'll take 3 cases. X is greater than minus 4 by 3, x lies between minus 4 by 3 and minus 3 by 2 and x is less than minus 3 by 2. Now we are going to assume a value of x which is greater than minus 4 by 3. Let's say x is equal to 1 and see what happens to things inside the 2 absolute values. Definitely both are positive. So we can directly open them to have 2x plus 3 plus 3x plus 4 should be less than 6x plus 5 or nothing but x should be greater than 3 plus 4, 7 minus 5 is 2. So x should be greater than 2. which is definitely correct because our range was x is greater than minus 4 by 3. So this is one solution. Now let's take a value of x between minus 4 by 3 and minus 3 by 2. So we can take the value of x as minus 1.4. Once we do that, the thing inside the first absolute value will be positive and inside the second absolute value is negative. So the first one will open directly. So 2x plus 3. Second will open as negative. Should be less than 6x plus 5. And this is nothing but minus x minus 1 is less than 6x plus 5, or x is greater than minus 6 by 7. Now definitely that is not true because our range was x is between minus 3 by 2 and minus 4 by 3. So this is not a solution. Now let's try out a value of x which is less than minus 3 by 2. Let's take a big negative number. Let's say x is equal to minus 10. Definitely the thing inside both absolute values will be negative. So both will open as negative. Minus 3x minus 4 is less than 6x plus 5, which is nothing but minus 5x minus 7 is less than 6x plus 5, or nothing but 11x is greater than minus 12, or x is greater than minus 12 by 11. Definitely that is not true because the condition was x is less than minus 3 by 2. So this is also not correct. So our final answer is x is greater than 2. Hope you were able to understand the different ways of solving absolute value problems with one absolute value and an inequality and two absolute value and inequality. If you did, please go ahead and like the video, provide your valuable comments, subscribe to this channel, and do share this video with your friends. Thank you for watching.